I took delivery of a new 2020 on the 3rd of July. I started to hear some odd noises and slight vibrations in rear end. 10 days in the shop and no closer to a repair. They turned the rotors, then replaced the rotors, then replaced the axle.it. Took Ford nearly a week to authorize axle replacement and ship it to the dealer. All this took 3 weeks. The dealer gave me a loaner sedan, then finally a truck. This is not what you'd expect from a new vehicle. I now see 3 recalls, rear camera, powertrain control, lamp camera. Hope this is not the beginning of a long list or issues due to poor manufacturing, lack of quality control.
This new F-150 does everything just a little better than the rest. I tried the Ram, Chevy, and Titan. The Tundra is just too old of a design. I wanted a new truck, not just new metal. The Ford is just the best complete package. The Ram was the only real competition. My list in order of what's important to me. Power versus fuel efficiency. Gas engine only, diesel is not convenient. Comfort ride. Comfort interior. Bang for buck price, not just price. Some electronic features. Aluminum body, I hate rust. Looks has lasted a truck, not a Ferrari.
Love the Truckum, better than I thought it would be. But what I don't like is having to spend another $1,000 in aftermarket accessories that really should have been standard with the truck to begin with. Yes, you can have the dealer add them on, but the dealer charge is excessive on those items. Like they used to sell pickup trucks without rear bumpers. They were an optional add-on. Not kidding. Ford should have included basic versions of these, with an option to replace them with fancier styles. Bed liner. My cost after vehicle purchase, $600. Running boards, Nerf bars, step bars, whatever you want to call them. My cost after vehicle purchase, $300. Rear wheel well liners. My cost after vehicle purchase, $100. Tailgate shock. My cost after vehicle purchase, $15. Organizing tray for center console. I mean, what use is a cavernous 1.4 cubic foot black hole? My cost after vehicle purchase, $20? Otherwise, great truck.
Bought a 2020 EcoBoost 2.7-liter Super Crew XLT Sport, new from dealership last September. Approx. 2 months later, we drove our first rear passenger, only to find he couldn't open the rear door unless I pressed the unlock button on the driver's door. 2 trips to dealership only resulted in no fix. Annoying. So if I park the truck and shut engine off and leave vehicle, rear passenger cannot get out. Number 2, GPS navigation is horrible. It fails to find businesses by name, doesn't recognize towns by name, chooses long directions with zigzagging through subdivisions. Number 3, you cannot lock in your drive modes, such as Eco or Sport. Each time you start the truck, you have to scroll through drive modes to select Eco.
Let's start with the moonroof. Absolute waste of time and energy. Who's looking up really? If someone is in the back, who cares? The suspension, I drove on a bit of a bumpy side road and the truck bounced all over the place. A car would have been smoother. Tires, soft and weak. Let's get to the good stuff. The 10-speed tranny, a complete and utter failure. It shifts all the time, jerking the truck and hesitating everywhere. It shifts like you're driving a random oil tanker. They make the truck slow and irresponsive unless you absolutely bury your foot in it. No cruising casually. It feels like you're driving a tub full of water. I feel unsafe because the truck is always doing something, I think, and react faster than this tranny and truck. The 2016 F-150 used to be a rocket in sport mode. Now it's a lame slug that hesitates all the time, a jerky mess. Then when you forget what a piece of crap you're driving for a huge expense every month and you sit at a light, the piece of crap turns itself off, all to save, what a buck, a tank of gas. All the wear and tear, starting and stopping all the time. Again, when you want to go, the truck has to start up, then get moving and shift into third by the time you get through the light. The brakes seem soft, and with the 20-inch tires it over, steers and doesn't corner well. I've had 4 brand new F-150S over the last 12 years, and this is a dog at $50,000 plus. At $29,000, maybe a good truck. My rating, piece of crap.
Bought a 2020 F-150 STX. I love this truck. There is nothing about it I do not like. I like absolutely everything on it. 63 years old and had a few trucks. Now I have 2 of them. A 1997 Dually F. Negative 350 crew cab diesel with only 80,000 miles on it, and I love it. Also used to have 1980 F negative 250 four-wheel drive 6-cylinder, and loved it. I love this new F negative 150 four-wheel drive STX truck.
The 10-speed transmission went out with fewer than 50K miles on it. It's been in the shop getting fixed for over 2 months. They had to go through the procedures before finally coming to the conclusion it needed a new transmission. Meanwhile, my wife and 2 kids have had to find other means of transportation. Ford's response? Apathy. They offered absolutely nothing. In fact, less than nothing. They insulted me. They said Ford Warranty was paying for it, so I should just be happy. I paid $55K for this truck, and I've been paying while not being able to use it. I grew up in a Ford dealership that my grandparents owned in a small Midwest town. So it pains me to say, don't buy this truck. I will never buy a Ford ever again.
I have had 3 F-150 pickup trucks in the past 3 years. I did have an issue with one where condensation from AC was leaking back into the floorboard, but Ford took care of that issue pretty fast. The other 2 were totaled 2 years apart. One was rear-ended, and the other was T-boned at an intersection and rolled. Both times myself and passenger walked away without as much as a scratch. The safety features of the F-150 are phenomenal. I speak from first-hand experience. The trucks not only look great, but the convenience features, powertrain, and safety are all reasons I will be buying Ford for good. We have owned 9 Ford vehicles and getting ready to purchase number 10 and 11. Thanks for bringing us home safely.
Don't buy the EcoBoost 3.5-liter V6, which will give you a good gas mileage, but is darn unreliable as hell because of turbochargers and variable valve timing system. If you want a truck which means business, then you must go for the top trim level Ford Raptor 6.2 V8. Without a doubt, it's as reliable as a Toyota, but is even more gas guzzler than a Toyota. So in my opinion, you must go for the F-150 V8 if you want pinnacle of trucks with utmost importance to its towing capacity and reliability. Be aware it won't come cheap. If you want cheap, get an used one with a detailed quality check of the vehicle, including its mechanical and electrical parts. If you want a cheaper but a good truck, then some examples of it are Toyota Tundra, Toyota Hilux, Nissan Titan, Volkswagen Amarok NAV6, Diesel, and Mercedes-Benz X-Class 4.0 NAV6. Dodge Ram 1500 is a good V8 truck, but it is way expensive to maintain and it's almost like a luxury car. If you want a rugged-looking luxury car with a deck, then buy that thing. Otherwise, for towing purposes, then don't buy it.
Gas mileage is good, 22 give or take a few on the road. The power to pull is strong, 3.5 EcoBoost. The ride is a little rough, I guess, because it is 4-wheel drive, the first one I've had. Good-looking truck. After about 20,000 miles, I had to bring it in because of rough shifting between 3 to 4 G-ears and 7 to 8. Ford Re programmed the transmission, and it seems to have solved the issue.